Skill versus opinion is borne out in your results over long periods of time. There are not that many long track records in the business. People tend to move around and do lots of things. It's actually hard to judge skill in this business. You certainly can't judge it in 1 year. I think maybe by 3 years you start to get a little bit of an indication, and by 5 years maybe you can really see what's happening. You need a full market cycle, a full economic cycle to judge someone's true skill. I've seen a lot of people that looked fantastic on the way up and looked horrible on the way down. I've seen a lot of people that looked foolish missing out during up cycles, and then all of a sudden, when things crater and crash, they make up all that alpha when things get tougher. So you need to just kind of stand back and really assess the situation in its totality. In terms of predicting recessions and macro thinking, I think there's the easy thing in this business to do is to be a pontificator on macro topics. There's a lot of people out there who make a living expressing opinions about interest rates, about macroeconomic variables. The macroeconomy globally is a complex, adaptive system that's incredibly difficult to predict and analyze. It's much easier to analyze companies, much easier to analyze industries, analyze people. So in terms of how much one should spend on macro versus micro, I think it's a very interesting question. Macro, I think, is highly overrated in terms of its ability to affect your investment performance. You need to be able to, I think, look from the bottoms up and find which companies are best positioned to take advantage of weak economic conditions. Like you said, the accuracy in forecasting recessions and forecasting macroeconomic variables is extremely low. And therefore, if you're going to take forecasting those variables, a highly imprecise exercise, is one of the key inputs in your process. It's like the law of significant digits. You can only be as precise as your least precise input. And if macro is a big input, well, that's defining the precision of your investment process.